Ready to start? Yes, hello friends. Happy evening to one and all present here. I welcome you all to the 11 days of inner mastery, awaken and ascend. Yesterday, we understood what is meditation, benefits of meditation, how to meditate, and we further dive into many other various topics during this journey of ours. So, let us welcome our speaker of the day, Sirisha Pamidi from Atlanta. She's been in the practice of meditation since 20 plus years. She's a meditation coach, spiritual counselor, and founder of Pyramids for You e-commerce website. And she's also the co-founder of Atlanta Pyramid Meditation Academy. She's also a chief coordinator of PMC USA and multilingual YouTube channels. She imparts her wisdom through various online and in person sessions. So, today she'll be talking about how to embrace the present moment. So let's not waste any moment. We'll welcome you, Sirisha Pamidi, for the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Divya, for introducing a wonderful introduction. Thank you. Happy evening to all my masters. It's a wonderful gathering for all of us to deepen our understanding of ourselves in a grand and profound way. Before starting, my humble pranams to Dr. Brahmarshi Patriji and Swarnamala Patri Madam. Friends, I'll share my wisdom with everyone through an experiment, a story, spiritual masters quotations, and real life examples. Okay, let's all do one small experiment first. Okay, just close your eyes and observe your thoughts for a moment. Kindly close your eyes and just observe yourself for a moment. Okay, friends, how many of you felt silence, calmness, stillness? Are we staying in the present moment? Say yes or no in the chat box. So, okay, you felt yes, yes. So it felt silence. Good, good. So many yes. That means you are staying in the present moment, right? It's a great applause to all of you. So only the session whoever is not able to be in the present moment. Okay. So what we understood with the experiment that our mind requires significant training and tuning. Would you all agree with this? Let us understand what is the present moment. Present moment, to die in this moment, to live in this moment. See, this quotation said by Jiddu Krishnamurti. Is a great spiritual scientist. So here in his statement, what to die? Are we ruminating the past or are we thinking the future with unnecessary fears and false imaginations? So, past and future, these two things should die. Then we experience pure existence. When we let go of both, we experience pure existence. Why we suffer? Because we are either attached to the past or anxious about the future. So be total in the present. So, like that, Master Osho, Rajneesh Master said, this moment is all. This is your existence. Past is just memory, future is just imagination. The real life is here and now. If you can simply be present in this moment, you will know what eternity is. Meditation is the art of being in the present. So, let me share one small story. So, we all love stories. Through the stories, we can connect the wisdom easily. There were two monks, a senior monk and junior monk, were traveling together one place to another place. Olden time, there was no transportation, so by walk they were going to one place to another place. At one point, they came to the river, so they had to cross that. There, they saw a beautiful woman was struggling to cross the river and asked help. She asked help to them help. So the monk, the senior monk, so he lifted her and crossed the river and placed her gently on the other side and carried on his journey. But the younger monk, junior monk, couldn't believe what had just happened. He knows because in their monastery they took the oath to not to touch a woman. So he was speechless, and hours passed without a between them. 2 hours, 3 hours. Finally, the younger monk asked, "So, this what? Why you did this?" So we already took oath to not to touch the woman. So the older monk looked at him and replied, "Hey, I set her down on the other side of the river long back. Why are you still carrying her?" See, simple Zen story has a beautiful message about living in the present moment. How often do we carry around past hurts, holding on to resentments, when the only person we are really hurting is ourselves? We can choose to ruminate over past actions or events, but it will ultimately weigh us down and drain our energy. We are hurting our mental and emotional bodies in the absence of the present moment. Usually happens, right, in our relationships. We all know mother-in-law and daughter-in-law and wife and husband. So the, father and son, or mother and son, or daughter, boss, employee, friends, enemies. So instead, we can choose to let go of what doesn't serve us anymore and concentrate to the present moment. Absolutely no, because we are not familiar with the present moment, right? Let's take a simple example on food. Are we truly listening to our bodies? Are we aware of how much food is actually needed? Overeating or undereating both harm the body and leading to disease. Do you know why we are attracting to junk food? It is because of negative, discouraging, and unproductive thoughts. What kind of thoughts do you hold while cooking? Just observe. See, you're not just preparing food, you're nourishing food. You're nourishing those around with your energy, your emotions, your thoughts. Are you aware that along with the food, your mindset and vibrations are also being received by them? What are we doing? We are harming ourselves and in turn causing harm to others as well in the absence of present moment. If I keep telling like this, the whole day won't be enough. Before meditation, my mental state was poor. My heart also suffered when it takes on the burden of others' opinions, behaviors, and unfavorable judgments. Through regular practice, I transformed myself, learned to live in the present moment, and became truly enriched. Let's see some insights from the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So he's also spiritual master. He said, the mind is always engaged in two activities. One is compassion, second one is division. The mind always escapes the present. The truth is, we are not using the mind. The mind is using us. It all starts with the present moment and your relationship with the present moment. Friend or enemy, are you allowing it or are you fighting it, resisting it? That is end of ego, because the ego needs resistance. How the ego survives? Through complaining, identifying, denying, or wanting something else. The present moment is a teacher. Work with that. That's all you need, really. It seems so simple, and it's very simple, and yet because of the many thousands of years of habit patterns, often people tell us it's so difficult to be in the present moment. Of course, the opposite is true. Life becomes difficult if you do not. If the mind is used correctly, it brings extraordinary results. We call it as higher mind. It leads to total peace and wisdom. See, our Grandmaster Patriji said, focus on duty is Karma Yoga. Focus on a scientific perspective is Jnana Yoga. Focus on self-confidence is Pragati Yoga, union with progression. Focus on non-violent is Karuna Yoga, union with the compassion. Focus on words is Buddhi Yoga. Focus on breath is Dhyana Yoga, meditation. So again, yoga means it's not just physical exercise. Yoga aligns the mind, body with peace, clarity, and spiritual wisdom. So, Patri sir always ask us to take Buddhi Yanam, means meditation. Di plus Yanam, Buddhi plus Yanam, that means Buddhi, intellect. So, we are traveling to inside. Meditation. Buddhi stands in the present moment, middle path. Look at this five fingers concept: body, mind, intellect, self, higher self, or God, consciousness, whatever you call. Okay? So, body, mind, intellect, self, higher self. See, Buddhi Yanam means this is intellect. Okay? So, when you meditate, you across this mind, beyond this mind you can travel. These two is lower self. When you think we are only body and mind, means it's lower self. Intellectual self we have, and so self mind we have, intellectual mind and higher self mind. We have all these. So without knowing all these, if you travel with body and mind, your buddhi also follows your mind. It traps. Buddhi also traps in the mind, desires. This is lower self. Lower self. This is when you connect this side. This is your higher self. So when it happens, when you do meditation only, when you travel beyond mind only, you can connect intellect. When you open your intellect door only, you are in the righteous path. You know what to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, what to talk, what not to talk. Otherwise, we never follow our buddhi, because we are always in the lower side. We have no, we have no energy to implement with our higher self, because we have no communication with this. We never touched this. So without soul, we are traveling. That's why all the time our program is programmed. So it's repeating. Our routine also, we feel boring. Because we are repeating all these lives. So when you are connect to the consciousness, the self-mind, that is Purnam, whole consciousness. So we had to see our lives through this. Then we can understand, we can get alignment on this intellectual body and this mental body and physical body. All these get aligned. When you are in this state, we should always operate from the whole consciousness. That means state of abundance, awareness, and completeness. So when you are with the lower self, that is lack consciousness. We operate our mind always from the state of fear, limitation, scarcity. So we should always connect to our higher self. You have to show your mind, your boss is there. So like yesterday, Anjali Master said that when you observer becomes observed. So that's why we should take Buddhiyanam, middle path. When you stand here, you can connect that spirituality as well as materialistic things. This progression and spiritual progression will be there, and our physical progression also will be there. So, do you want with liberation from your lower mind? The moment you begin observe your thoughts with awareness, a higher consciousness come into the existence. With daily practice of this exercise, the mind and senses come under control. So, that's why we always practice meditation. Daily practice of this exercise, the mind senses come under control. So, actually, by birth, I'm vegetarian, but last year I decided to become vegan. So, now it's 1 year, almost is done. I don't have cravings on the cheese or sweets, milk products, nothing. Because now I'm able to control my senses. All this happened. How it's happened? With my practice. See again, let's see, come back. It's still we have time. Okay, just 2 more minutes. Again, come back to Eckhart Tolle. When seen in the present moment, the ego does not perceive reality as it is. Instead, it distorts the present based on past references. For example, if someone we know well is sharing something with us, but we judge them through our ego, we may believe they are not worthy of speaking the truth. If we hold anger or resentment toward them, we may reject even the right information they provide simply because we are seeing through the lens of our ego. So it happens generally in our close relationships like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father, son, mother, daughter, friends, because we are judging. So there, if they are, we are not receiving. If they are ready to give right information, also we are not receiving because we are already judged. They are not right people. So with our ego, we are not taking the information properly. The more you are identified with your thinking, your likes and dislikes, judgments and interpretations, which is to say, the less present you are as the watching consciousness, the stronger the emotional energy charge will be, whether you are aware of it or not. So, the present moment holds the key to liberation. So, friends, by diving deep into a thoughtless state, you experience pure consciousness. So, this is all about practical sessions. So, let's do meditation for 25 minutes. Sit in a comfortable posture. Gently close your eyes, cross your legs, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers. Just remove your spectacles.